Like the main aim of the maths module is to get everyone up to speed on the maths they need for physics in university physics. And there's a very widely held perception at the moment amongst science academics that school maths doesn't prepare people very well for university. So it's a very important course for us, and we put a lot of energy in. There's 3 lectures a week, 2 problem classes, and homeworks. And the idea, and also a lot of people find students, and students themselves say this, that they find it hard to relate the general conceptual material in lectures to solving a specific problem. So like, for example, I might explain in a lecture, well, what is a Taylor series? What does that mean in general terms? But then when they come to actually be asked, what is what is the Taylor expansion of this particular function about this particular point, they can't do it. So the idea, my main idea of using the VLE was really to help bridge that gap. And in particular, the thing that was most popular was the screencast that we did of the students solving these little, me solving, going through problems that the students could follow as I was talking out loud and writing on a digimemo pad, and they could see the calculation develop, hear me talking about it, and hear the lecturer talking through the problem that they themselves had to face. And we did this for the examination questions from the previous year, some slightly easier problems to help them build up to that level. And I think there was a lot of very positive feedback that they could actually see, if you like, the lecturer's way of thinking of how to solve a particular problem. I think that helped them a lot.
Divided by cosh of x. So that's the basic definition.
I think probably it was the weaker students who benefited most. The strong students tend to get on very well, absolutely irrespective, because they can do their own reading, they can make these conceptual links themselves. Whereas I think it was probably the students who struggled who did better as a result of the VLE.
Okay, well, I didn't have my maths A level when I originally came here. So I struggled a lot with the maths. I found it very difficult to understand, and I found I wasn't keeping up with some people. A lot of people had their further maths as well as their maths A level, and I found that I was nowhere near their level. Well, I use the VLE pretty much every day. I use the videos to start with, because there's like short descriptions, and then there's videos that explain them in more depth and they have examples on them. So I would get my weekly problems and I would use these videos to like guide me through how to do it. And then as I got more confident, I would go on the maths practicals, and I would just recap the questions that I hadn't had time to do in the maths practical and find out how to do those.